Hello mathematicians, it's Miss Armgart. Welcome back to your first instructional video of Unit 1. Today we are going to find factors of numbers less than 200. So what is a factor, if that's what we're going to be finding? A factor is one of the numbers in a product. So when you hear product, you think multiplication. Now the first thing you're going to notice, we did not do 8 and then times 5, the x. This is not what we're going to be doing in math this year. The dot right here is going to mean multiplication. So the factors of 40 include 5 and 8. They also can be shown as division. The factors of 40 are still 5 and 8 because we know multiplication and division are the opposite. They are inverse of each other. Now, even though 16 and 2.5 look like they could be factors, this is not a problem that shows a factor. Factors have to be a whole number. So factors cannot be a decimal. They must be a whole number. All right. So now the next thing on our notes, how to use a multiplication chart for factors. Numbers along the top and the side are the factors. And the numbers that are in your multiplication chart are the products. So if we look at it, we can say that 12 is a product. So 12 right here is a P for product when your factors are 3 and 4. You'll find 12 in your multiplication chart, 6 and 2. So the factors are 3, 4, 6, and 2. So 12 is a product when these are the factors. So now, what does knowing the divisibility rules do? So that question tells us what's going to happen in the notes. Well, if you're given a task of finding the factors of 120, then you can start making a list of all the factors. So we know 120 is divisible by 2, and that will give you 60. 120 divided by 5 is 24, and 120 divided by 10 is 12. So we have found the following factors: 2 and 60, 5 and 24, and 10 and 12. So if it ends in a 20, so when 20 ends in a 20, this means that you can divide it by 4. So 120 divided by 4 is 30. So if it's divisible by 4, that means our factors are 4 and 30. 0 is 3. So this means that the factors of 120 are also 3 and 40. So we are looking at different ways to find the factors. You'll see over here we have a list compiled of all of the factors that we just found. Every number that I just wrote down is found here in a list. The list is from the smallest to the greatest, so I make sure I don't miss anything. Now, lastly, here is a full list of the factors. You will notice we are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the factors of 120. So the question before you is, how do you think you can find those factors? So the question is, how do you think you can find those missing 5 factors? It is your job to figure them out, so please pause your video. I am not going to go over those. Please bring the paper up to me and you will get a reward. So if you are confused about that, how can you tell if numbers are divisible by a factor? Here are some rules for all of the numbers 2 through 9. Here are some of the ways to find those factors. So don't forget to add your example to. And this is Miss Armgart saying, good luck, mathematicians.